Hey guys, this is Wendell Moodley. Welcome to another fishing vlog. So guys, I am actually sitting in Wendy house at the moment, and as you can see, I have a little tackle section here. Now this was needed for a very long time. I used to actually keep my fishing stuff in my house, and you can imagine that did not sit well with the others that lived in the house. So I desperately needed a space to be able to at least store some of my fishing stuff. And yeah, I'm still setting up this place, but I have a little section here with a table, and behind me I have my rods. And yeah, just unboxing some of my stuff, also my kit bag, and then we have just some other storage items from the house, such as water, because these days, as we live in South Africa, there are shortages when it comes to water at certain times of the year. So to be able to just keep that and a few other household items. But yeah guys, I'm still working on this. And hopefully this will be a place where I can also bring you guys some content when it comes to just some technical stuff of fishing specifically, or when it comes to just vlogging. I hope to be able to utilize this space. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has shown support at the launch of my book, Journey to the West Side. The launch was a success, and especially thanks to those who jumped on the YouTube live and interacted with me on the day and asked questions and things like that. I really appreciate you guys. I did have some positive feedback as well this week. People reached out to me via email. My friends here within the community as well, that has shown so much of support at the launch of my book. So one of the things I did say during the YouTube live is that I would do a video going over some of the weird catches that I've had, and looking back and just thinking about some of those catches is dating back a few years. I've actually come up with a top 5. So that is what this video is about. Unfortunately guys, I'm still not going out to the beach yet until I feel a little bit more comfortable. I know that some other guys are fishing, and that's totally up to you in terms of your decision and what you want to do, because I know that some beaches are opening at the moment, but as for me, I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer until I feel safer to be able to go out and to fish again. So talking about 5 weird catches. So ranking at number 1 today, we have the goatfish. Now I caught this, I think it was last year, and I was pleasantly surprised because I had not seen this fish before, and once I went and looked it up when I got home, I realized that this is a fish that guys mostly catch off the boat. But that was my first time actually catching a goatfish, and it was a very interesting fight. So that is basically number 1 in terms of weird catches. So ranking at number 2, we have the striped threadfin. Now I caught this fish at night during one of our evening sessions of the Bluff, and guys, pound for pound, this fish was an absolute strong fight. It took me a while to be able to land it, and I was fishing with thin line, and when I eventually landed the fish, I looked at it and I couldn't ID it. So I actually went home and was able to find out as I looked it up what fish that specifically was. And yeah, definitely a good fight, but also a weird catch for me, as I had never caught the striped threadfin before. Coming in at number 3, we have bass. Now I did live in the US for 3 years, from 2015 to 2018, and I was only able to go fishing once in those 3 years that I was studying there. I used to actually wait for my trips to come back home to South Africa to fish, which I made once a year while I was studying abroad. But the one time that I did go fishing in the US, I caught bass for the first time, and it was quite an interesting experience, given that I hadn't hooked a bass before. And so being able to fight it and land it, they were quite small in size, but definitely guys, it was a bit of a weird catch for me to catch bass. So that comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 4, we have Mr. Catfish. And this was on the same day that I had caught bass while I was fishing in the US, and specifically I was in the state of Kansas. And yeah guys, I was fishing with very light tackle. It was one of the reels that one of the locals allowed me to use, which was a reel that I never fished with before. As you can see in the picture, it was basically, it looks something like a grinder, but it was very different. There's actually a button that you have to press on the reel in order to throw with it, and then there's a small opening at the top which the line comes through. So I was fishing with 10-pound line and a very small rod, almost like a kiddie's rod. And guys, I got picked up by this beautiful catfish, and a very strong fight, guys. It took me quite a while. I mean, according to the person that witnessed the fight, according to him, it took me about 14 to 15 minutes to actually land this fish. So yeah, it was one of, I would say, light tackle, hands down, one of the best fights that I've ever had, but also interesting looking fish. And yeah, that goes as number 4 in the weird catch category. So coming in at number 5, and I've caught a lot of these through the years, but it's one of those species that I can never get used to catching, and that is the eel. As you guys would have seen, I've hooked so many of them, and you know, when I have hooked them, they fight in a very weird way. So a lot of times you don't really know what you hook, because it sometimes feels like, is this weight that's coming out? And then at other times, as the eel fights, it just feels weird, guys. And yeah, I've actually caught some big ones as well while fishing with my heavy setup, so that was pretty interesting. And yeah, I've caught ones, they're different species. I think one had like a bit of a yellow and black pattern on it, and then obviously the other standard ones that we catch here. But yeah, that definitely is number 5, and I don't necessarily enjoy catching those, but yeah, it's definitely a weird experience for me. So yeah guys, that summarizes my 5 weird catches, and I would appreciate it if you guys also in the comments were able to write what are some of your weird catches. I would like to read. So please feel free to write in the comment section what are some of your weird catches. I would love to know. And yeah guys, thanks so much for all of your support on the channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. So take care.